Chief seconds. All right, gentlemen, you received your instructions. I expect you to fight clean, obey my commands, and protect yourselves at all times. Waistline, belt line is good here. Touch gloves. Good luck to you both.
Well, maybe the first of the many veteran maneuvers we'll see from Mike Guy there, taking his sweet time coming to the stair down there. He did that on his very own schedule, Raul.
That's a veteran, yeah, that's for sure. Veteran move there by Guy. You know, he's been around. He's fought a lot of named guys. He's 43 years old. I saw him earlier in the lobby. He's very confident. This is nothing new to him. He knows he's coming in on the B side. He's an opponent tonight, but he wants to test Shishkin.
I saw Mike Guy scoring 9th-round knockout over Kendrick Ball back in 2021. However, that fight was later changed to a no contest by the North Carolina Commission. So the last time Mike Guy won a fight was back in November of 2019 when he upset Dennis Douglin on Broadway Boxing in Salt Lake City. But Guy, as we mentioned, said he's kind of reinvented himself as an athlete, and he's promised a different look and a different tempo here tonight.
Well, he's definitely giving him a different look because he is on the move. He did say in the fighter meetings that he wanted to control the tempo and push the pace, but he's not doing that right now. I mean, if you see, we saw the difference in height and in reach. He is the shorter guy, the shorter reach. You would think he would try to work himself inside. You know, that's, if I was working his corner, that's what I would tell him. You got to find a way to get inside with a fast jab, fast on your feet, and stay. Once you get inside with a guy like Shishkin, you stay in there, Corey.
We see Shishkin looking for an uppercut on the inside. So we're also looking for new wrinkles in Shishkin's game because he is in a situation here where there's a guy in Mike Guy who's giving him ground. What will Shishkin do with it? Right now, we're seeing that, he's willing to go to the inside.
And that's something different that, you know, we haven't seen in Shishkin in the past. You know, he's a guy that's more content with just outboxing the fighter, keeping the fight on the outside. But, you know, he said he's always learning. He's been working on different things. He's been working on his inside game. And I'm beginning to see a little bit of inside game with Shishkin. He's going to have to use it because he's making it an inside fight, Corey. He's the one that's putting the pressure tonight.
See Shishkin doubling up on that left hook to the body. Now looking for an uppercut through the middle. Shishkin already varying that offense, targeting the body a lot more than you would expect out of Shishkin, having watched him throughout his career.
Right, he knows, you know, obviously Guy is moving around a lot. He's got to stop him. He's got to stop that mobility. He's got to stop him in his tracks. So what do? You hit the body. Another thing that I like about Shishkin, you know, in the past, he would throw a combination and then he would admire his work too much. He would wait. And I see that a little bit more of a killer instinct. Let's see what happens if he hurts Guy and if he jumps on him and finishes him. That's what he wants to do tonight. And he's doing it.
Good shot from Shishkin. That one might have backed Guy up there a moment ago. So we enter the final 10 seconds of the opening round. Shishkin, well, he's the one pushing the pace here in the opening round as he lands another nice body shot with that right hand. See in Vladimir Shishkin's corner, Mike Hobart, assuming the role of the lead trainer tonight. Of course, Sugar Hill Stewart, our former broadcast partner as well, not here tonight. He has started camp with Tyson Fury for his heavyweight title showdown against Alexander Usyk.
That was a good first round for Shishkin. I like his aggressiveness. And, you know, that tells you that, you know, he knows that if you want to be an exciting fighter, a top fighter, you sell tickets, you got to be more exciting in the ring, you know, and he definitely was in that first round.
So in Mike Guy's corner, Otis Griffin, former contender and former contender cast member
that
as well.
Too. Otis Griffin, yes.
That movement. Stay with that movement. Be patient. Be patient. You're trying to have something.
See if Shishkin can keep up that rhythm that we saw out of him in the opening round. There he goes back to the body with the right hand. And Guy is, in some ways, Raul, just giving Shishkin those body shots with how he's holding the guard. His hands are almost above his head at times, right? So Shishkin does have that length.
And he's, got his elbows up a little bit too. Shishkin is measuring him with the jab, and I love the way he throws that right hand. He changes it up, Corey. If you notice the way he whips the right hand to the body, he does it over the top. He throws a straight left hand too. A right hand. So he's changing up the right hand. That tells you that he's a very good technician. He's a student of the game.
Shishkin's talked about the adaptations that he's made to his game working with Sugar Hill Stewart. He basically said, I had to reimagine boxing. I learned he came in, obviously, as a very sound technical fighter,
right,
but he's had to relearn everything from the feet up.
Yeah, he said Sugar Hill is a scientist. He's always learning. He always trying to come up with different game plans, different combinations. And that's what it's about. If you're in the boxing game, you could never learn so much. You got to keep learning all the time. Even when you become a world champion, you're always learning and getting better. Because when you're on a champ, when you're on top, everybody wants that title.
Shishkin toying with the idea of that lead uppercut. The uppercut up top.
He's got to keep that constant pressure. I think if he keeps working that body, keeps picking him apart that way, and is busy with the combinations, it keeps coming forward. I don't know if Guy is going to be able to take that type of pressure for 10 rounds. Shishkin, I think it's surprising, Guy, the kind of pressure that he's putting on him. I don't think he expected that kind of pressure, Corey.
No, and with how busy Shishkin is with his right hand, he's not letting Guy circle out to his left at all. He's making Guy make uncomfortable movements, and you see that in the gait of my Guy right now.
And every time you make uncomfortable movements like that, your heart rate goes up, and I'm like, what do I do? This guy's trapping me, and that's conditioning. He's gonna tire him out. He keeps banging him to the body, hard shots to the head. Shishkin's got to be a little bit careful when he's coming in. He put his hands down. He got caught a couple of times by Guy when he was coming in.
Final moments here of round two as Shishkin lets go of another nice right hand, looks for the uppercut again. Guy trying to fire back, but that'll do it for round two.
And this is what I'm talking about. Shishkin preparing that combination with the jab, and he lets his combinations go, that straight right hand. But that's been the story of the fight so far. Look, setting up everything with the jab, that big right hand. He touches him with the jab. Then he changes up the right hand to the body. I love when the guy changes the direction of his power hand. Don't be the same all the time. Change it up to the body, to the chest, to the head. And that's what Shishkin is doing.
All right, let's go. Keep your hands up too, right? Hey.
It's round three underway. Our opening contest in the super middleweight division, Vladimir Shishkin and Mike Guy. Shishkin, one of the top 168 pounders in the world, looking to stay busy and start to build a little bit more buzz as those 168 pound ranks just continue to fill up, swell up with exciting young talent. Shishkin trying to keep pace with them in the public eye.
Yeah, that's what he's looking for, and that's why he needs to make a statement here tonight and prove why he's ranked number 2 in the world. He wants to get that shot at the world title, win that vacant title, like I told you, against William Skull, and build his name, find those prospects those contenders that are in that division, so he could get into that sweepstakes and fighting, Canelo, or you got David Benavidez. You got a lot of guys. Canelo, who knows? Canelo might retire by the time he gets to that spot.
Well, to put in perspective how long Shishkin has been hanging out in those world rankings, he got a master's degree during the time that he's been in the world rankings. So Shishkin now has 2 degrees, one in physical education, one in law.
Hey, listen, that was not a bad idea because, in boxing, as we all know, not everybody makes the $30 to $40 million a fight. So that's good for Shishkin. There goes that big right hand to the body again. And if you saw at the beginning, Corey, how he taps with the jab upstairs and he jabs to the body, that's another combination that works for Shishkin. Just a tap and jab to control the distance to the head. Nothing crazy, nothing hard, but then he goes hard with the jab to the shoulder blades, right? In the midsection. That's the jab again that I'm talking about. Then he goes over the top. He changes. He varies his combinations. That's a smart fighter. He knows what he's doing in there. He's thinking. He's a thinking man. And I think Guy is not a thinking man. He's in there trying to survive, maybe trying to get in a couple of shots here and there. And, that's what he's here for, to give a guy like Shishkin rounds. He's a guy that is used to going the distance. He's not used to being stopped.
Guy obviously trying to make it as ugly as possible, just trying to touch Shishkin anywhere. Stuff like this is what Mike Guy is looking to do. And we've seen Mike Guy win fights that look round after round like that sequence right there. Shishkin trying to stay out of that mess.
And that's what I figured Mike Guy would do from the beginning. Bully him, get in the inside, rough him up. Do not allow Shishkin to think. He's letting him think a lot. You got to push him back. Once you got a guy like Shishkin going back, that's not his fight. You got to rough him up. Oh, big right hand over the top. Yeah.
Nice overhand right. He's landed a couple of those this round. Shishkin hasn't seemed overly concerned with what Guy is throwing, but that was a real shot that he absorbed there.
And that's the shots that I was talking about. Sometimes he's a little bit, takes it easy on his defense, comes in with his hands down. Someone that has more power, what could happen? Here we see Shishkin again with the jab. Look at that, setting up that nice uppercut. Then, a flurry of 3-4 punch combinations. Again, going with the right lead to the body. Changing it up. I think he he was a little bit off balance. Holding on. He's going to hold on. Guy's going to continue to hold on. Every time Shishkin lands some good shot, there's a big right hand that Shishkin got careless. He dropped his jab hand, and he got caught coming in. That's the shots I'm talking about. You could be winning the whole fight. All of a sudden, you make one mistake like that with a savvy fighter, a veteran that has power like him, like Guy, you could get dropped, Corey.
Well, as Vladimir Shishkin continues to chase a world title, a reminder that there's a world title fight coming your way on Saturday as Arsen Goulamirian defends his WBA cruiserweight belt against Zurdo Ramirez in California on Saturday, March 30th. So stay tuned for that. But right now, Vladimir Shishkin trying to bounce back after what was a pretty good closing 20 seconds or so from Mike Guy in that third round.
You would think something like that would have motivated him and, make him be more aggressive-minded. Put more oh, nice.
A shot again there from Guy.
But he was in, and then he got back out. See, you waste all that time to get in. When you stay in with a guy like Shishkin, you get in, you stay in his chest. You stay there and work him from there.
Very different schoolings when it comes to these two fighters. Of course, Shishkin came up through the Russian national amateur team, although he kind of ran into some of the top stars and never had an Olympic berth. Mike Guy, he literally learned to fight on the streets. He said after about 90 street fights, he thought,
was ready.
It's time to learn how to do this for real, and stepped inside the boxing ring. And to this day, Mike Guy still gives private security lessons and will travel the world doing that. So Mike Guy still can teach you how to fight in the streets.
I'm starting to believe he really is your guy. So as much as you said, my guy. Hey, I tell you what, he has no fear for sure. Oh.
Good shot there from Shishkin, a nice right hand, and brings the left hook right behind it, and there's that uppercut again.
I tell you what, Guy has taken some pretty powerful shots. Just right now, he took a 3-4 punch combination. Some shots that Shishkin really sat on, and he took them. Guy took it very well. Oh.
And right down the middle there from Shishkin.
Big shots by Shishkin. I think Shishkin needs to go back to the body, punish the body, hit him in the arms, break him. You got to break him. Every shot doesn't have to be hard. He's got to set up the big shot. But from what I see, Guy takes a good head shot. So you got to work the body now. You got to break up to the body.
Even at 43 years of age,
he's in great shape.
Tough man to break. As you mentioned during our opening segment, Raul, he's only been knocked out once. That was in 2016 by Sergey Derevyanchenko. He felt he could have continued.
And he got stopped. He didn't get knocked down where he was out. He just, they stopped the fight. It was a little bit premature, I think. But it was in the last round, so that, that tells you what kind of fighter he is.
Over the top with a couple of right hands. Shishkin turning up the tempo here. Just taking another step closer. Now sinking those body shots along the belt line as he climbs the ladder with a nice left hook.
I mean, it's all Shishkin. It's been all Shishkin. But he can't get careless with his defense. That's those shots I'm talking about. You see there, Shishkin pulled back. His right hand was down and
taking those body shots along the belt line as he climbs the ladder with a nice left hook.
I mean, it's all Shishkin. It's been all Shishkin. But he can't get careless with his defense. That's those shots I'm talking about. You see there, Shishkin pulled back. His right hand was down, and Guy hit him with a. Here goes Shishkin now, trying to set up some shots. A couple of those missed. Landed a nice uppercut. Guy is there for the uppercut. He's the shorter guy. The way he's coming in, Shishkin needs to throw a lot more uppercuts, not just with one hand, with both hands.
Take the round.
As round 5 begins, parting words from Shishkin's corner. They want him to throw in combination, and Shishkin really did turn up the heat in that 4th round. You saw him just take another step closer to Guys, dig into the body a little bit more often.
He's got to be more consistent with that pressure, more activity with his punches, more combinations, more speed, punches and bunches, flurries. Just try to run a guy out of the ring. You got to be in shape to beat a guy like Guy.
One thing we're seeing tonight technically, Raul, out of Shishkin is, I've mentioned a little bit more fluidity, but how he's carrying that lead hand. In the early stages of Shishkin's career, he was carrying it out front a lot, a very classical kind of stand-up European style,
that's what he comes
as people would describe it. Tonight, carrying that lead hand a little bit lower, do you think that's benefiting him offensively here tonight?
I think so. If he's comfortable, some people might say he's carrying that right hand a little bit too low, but sometimes, you got to be ready to catch, block a shot that's coming. But if he's comfortable there, I think it's just a comfort thing. Oh, nice body shot.
To the body.
He keeps using that right hand, really good with the uppercut, right hand over the top to the body. But yeah, I think it's a comfort thing for him, and honestly, I think it's better. It's more of an Americanized style if you want to look at it that way, right?
Well, and I think it's making him more creative offensively as well. It's not just ones and twos. You're seeing Shishkin dig into his bag a little bit more.
Exactly, changing it up with that right hand and just being different, changing the speeds of the right hand too. Sometimes you see an explosive right hand, a power right hand where he sits on it, or right hand to the body, and that makes brings more dimensions to the fighter, makes you a better fighter.
Two beautiful counter uppercuts there from Shishkin
with the right hand.
As we're talking about that.
Yes.
And that's probably not a shot that he would throw in the stance that he was working out of before. Right? That shot doesn't come out.
It wouldn't come out. You would be sort of, I think you would be out balanced, Corey. It wouldn't, and it wouldn't come as powerful either because you're not sitting on your shots. solid right there.
See the corner of my guy, trying to get him to jab a little bit more often because right now, just shelling up, he's just allowing Shishkin to tee off. And again, not all of this is landing flush, but at a certain point, you have to ask questions about the 43-year-old body of my guy just taking this drumming round after round.
Yeah, that's a lot of punishment, you know, and the referee is looking at the fight very closely. You know, you gotta keep in mind, he's not a 22-year-old, he's not a 32-year-old, he's 43 years old.
Nice right hand down the middle there from Shishkin. He digs downstairs.
The guy comes right back.
Trying to flurry back right at the bell.
Staying alive.
Another good round for Vladimir Shishkin.
Here we see Shishkin just, you know, his punch output doing different combinations. That we saw the right hand to the body. There we see the uppercut with the right hand. Over the top again. Guy holds on, of course. He felt that power. Look at that overhand right, then a left hook. Right hand again over the top. Shishkin working the body. Guy leaning on him and holding on, trying to survive. Excellent work by Shishkin. He's breaking him down. How much longer? How much longer is Ward? I mean, he got up a little bit slowly off the stool, Corey. What round are we in?
Here we go with round six.
Yeah.
Vladimir Shishkin working to the body immediately, just stabbing to the body with that left jab. Shishkin often talks glowingly about one of his fighting heroes, Andre Ward, and about the things that he likes to borrow from his game, and that was always a hallmark of Ward's game, just constantly touching to the body the way that Ward would describe it, just kind of stealing shots to the body, just reaching in and stealing some of his opponent's energy.
Yeah, and preparing a big shot too, you know, because, you know, if you're throwing a small shot, you know, getting that energy, then he's trying to land a big shot after that.
First right hand of the round there from Shishkin. He is focused exclusively on stabbing to the body, and now closing the gap on Mike Guy again, just applying that foot pressure, just walking
him down, walking up to him, feeling confident, feeling strong. You still got to be careful. You got to use his look. I mean, you never know what, you know, Guy, he might be setting traps. You know, he might be just playing possum. Wait, look, you see how he's covering up? He tries to land a big hook. He's covering up again, another overhand right, but then he holds.
Well, those really are the moments where a guy can be dangerous, is that sort of explosive pattern off the ropes. He has his back to the ropes, you're flurrying, and he comes out with a four-punch combination, but it's really in spots round after round for my guy right now.
Yeah, he doesn't do it enough. Like we said, he's more in the survival mode. He's trying to land a shot here and there. You got to understand, Guy still, I think, you know, from when I'm talking to him, he still plans on doing this, continue to fight. If he goes 10 rounds with Shishkin, he's going to get another fight. He's going to continue to get fights because he's a guy that gives, you know, contenders, prospects, whatever, rounds.
He's letting his hands go right now. I'm not sure how much of that landed. I think it was the sharp right hand of Shishkin that stood out from that exchange, and now Shishkin letting the right hand go again. Final 30 seconds here in round 6. This 10-round opener between Vladimir Shishkin and Mike Guy.
Nice counter check. Hook. Left hook by Shishkin. Nothing hard, just, you know, probably trying to set up that big right hand again for him. His hands are hurting, you know. I mean, he's landing some big shots on the forehead, on the top of Guy, you know, that you hurt your hands. Like, that's a good way to hurt your hands, to break your hands.
Well, as we mentioned, there is a world title fight coming your way this weekend on DAZN. Arsen Goulamirian taking on Zurdo Ramirez, who's vying for a cruiserweight title. That comes your way Saturday, live here on DAZN.
Keep doing the same thing though, of natural rhythm, all right? Natural rhythm.
Round 7 now underway. Vladimir Shishkin and Mike Guy. And you know, one thing we have not pointed out is the footwear choices of Mike Guy. Now, we have seen fighters like Amanda Serrano wear Jordans in the past, but look at this.
I kind of did see that at the beginning. I was like, then I don't know, I lost focus, you know, but is that tennis?
Those are Jordan basketball shoes that Mike Guy is wearing tonight.
I mean, I'm sure he's used it before during sparring. You would have to get used to that kind of shoe, because look how big the sole is.
Right, so you know, for people that haven't boxed in basketball shoes before, what advantages do boxing boots give you when you put them on?
I think, you know, you'll be able to set your feet better, you know, like you plant your feet to load up. And I don't know about, I mean, look how, it's got to be at least an inch. Don't you think so? Like how thick the sole is?
Sole, yeah.
Unless he's trying to hide height, you know, make it taller. I don't know, Corey. But, you know, it's if I went in there right now and used those shoes, I would feel very uncomfortable. I would have to get used to fighting with those kind of shoes.
I mean, everything about Mike Guy's approach is a little unorthodox, including his footwear here.
But then again, maybe they're paying him big money to wear them too, so hey, you can't blame him for wearing those shoes.
Well, Mike Guy did tell us he does have a Hoka sponsorship for his exploits in the mountain biking community.
Oh, wow.
So, not wearing those here tonight.
Hey, I wear those shoes. Don't you wear them too? I mean, maybe we'll get an endorsement too.
Shishkin still threatening with that lead hand. We saw him
just having his way,
utilizing that check hook a little bit more often last round. Now, looks like he's just trying to put it on Mike Guy. Just pure hustle, pure aggression.
See, right there,
maybe he can wear him out.
That's what I need to see. Both flurries right there. Just let him go. A lot of flurries, a lot of pity pat, then load up. He needs to keep that going. He needs to keep. Oh, but the body shot.
He hurt. That's the body shot.
That's it.
The blood streaming down the face of Mike Guy, and that is it. Vladimir Shishkin, it took him a while, but he broke a man that is extremely tough to break.
Yes. Honestly, he did what he had to do. And you know what? He kept that pressure from the beginning. He surprised us, Corey, with that pressure. As the fight went on, he applied more pressure. And this time, he did not let him go. In the past, he has admired his work too much. He has hurt fighters, and he kind of lets him recuperate. This time, when he saw hurt in Guy, he jumped on him. We saw that killer instinct, and that's what I've been wanting to see from Shishkin. And he proved why he's the number 2 ranked guy, and he deserves a shot at a world title.
Well, listen, that is probably a necessary result for Vladimir Shishkin because, listen, reality and perception are two different things. The reality is that Mike Guy is a difficult fighter to get out of there for anyone. However, the perception of the audience when they see Shishkin, a top 10 168-pounder against a 12-7-1 fighter, they're expecting a stoppage, so he needed that here tonight.
Absolutely, and that's what he did, and you're right about that, but the audience doesn't know, you know, what kind of 12-7-1 or guy's record, what kind of guy he is, and who he's fought. We know who he's fought. The boxing world that you're in the business, you know who he's fought. So this was a very impressive win for Shishkin because he really is the first guy, if you really think about it, because, you know, Derevchenko stopped him in the last round. I really think it was a little bit, he should have continued, but he's the guy that was, you could say, I was the first guy to stop my guy.
Yeah, it's the first stoppage the guy has absorbed that could not have any controversy.
And I don't think he would have any excuses. He would say, no, I got stopped. It was that body shot. I don't know if he turned his back, and that was it. He felt that body shot.
Yeah, deep cut and a body shot all at the same time. Everything going wrong for Mike Guy in that instance, but everything going right for Vladimir Shishkin. who will improve to 16-0 and will hold serve in those IBF rankings. And it looks like we are ready to make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 2 minutes, 14 seconds of round number 7. Our referee in charge, Ben Rodriguez, stops the contest. Therefore, your winner by way of technical knockout and still undefeated, Vladimir Shishkin.
So Vladimir Shishkin improves to 16-0. He gets the stoppage win over Mike Guy here tonight. Just gradually broke him down. The number 2 man in the IBF rankings still has his sights set on some of the big names in the 168-pound division. Big fights potentially on the way for Vladimir Shishkin, and plenty of big fights on the way here on DAZN, including this highly anticipated rematch.